Alright, I like the United States a lot. Anyone here like or love the United States? Let's do this shit. Love this place. Because we are the craftiest motherfuckers on the planet. I've been to a couple other places. Here's what we do. They make Hollywood movies about it. It's right under our nose, but we never think about it. There's people out there, and I'm in sales, and I'm not going to tell you what type of sales because it's not as cool as this type of sales, but people sell nuclear technology that's 10 years dated to third world countries at a discount. How do you establish the fucking cost of something like that? It's like a fucking blueprint. It's like, hey, we got this nuclear power plant. We can tell you how to make it. We can't provide the people. We can't provide the resources. China's got all the resources. Here, Pakistan, you want to buy a nuclear power plant? Here, we're going to sell that shit to them. But my question is, does it come with like a service plan, 1-800 number? You know what I mean? Like you buy a TV, there's an 800 number. It'll take you a half a day if I can take work off to figure out how much money you have to pay for your TV part. It's 2/3 the cost of a TV. But what happens when you got a nuclear reactor? You know, in Pakistan, the shit's going off. It's like, It's like, oh my god, it's going to blow. It's like, fuck, call the 1-800 number. Okay, answer. It's like, hello, United States Nuclear Service. This is John. Can I help you? Am I calling fucking India? Speaking of India, I'm going to talk about foreign-made shit. I was watching TV and Toyota has a commercial where they say this. Swear to God. I don't know if it's, I thought you have a joke, but I'm going to tell you anyways. They go, it's like some fucking guy with like a thicker goatee than me. He's like 35 with 3 kids in a fucking yard and a lawnmower and stuff. He's like, yeah, I thought one day I could help you get fuel economy with your Toyota, and I sent this in. And they're like, yeah, Bill here, he helped Toyota, and therefore he helped you, Toyota. And they're like, if you have an, this is what it says. It goes, Toyota, if you have an idea for good, email us at ideas@toyota.com. Email us your idea at ideas@toyota.com. Ideas for good at toyota.com. It's like, what the fuck are they really saying? Like, maybe 50% of the population, you know, they're like jerking off for American Idols on their other 3 TVs in their house or whatever, and debt, fucking making payments on these TVs, and they're like, no, listen to that Toyota commercial. What are they saying? They're like, we're fucked. They should be saying like, hey, yo, we had this gas pedal and it stuck to the floor and like 14 people smashed into a fucking bridge, and then the economy had a recession and we got hit by a hurricane, and now we have a fucking commercial that we paid $40,000 for, and the end of the commercial is an email address for you to send us fucking suggestions on how we can do business better and make a profit. Ideas for good at Toyota.com. Jesus. Good. Good. Good? I like the word good, because if you study language, good means God, and evil is devil, and if you follow cultures and religions flowing throughout the earth, all you have to do is follow language to find out how people connect with their history and their spirituality. And I don't believe in God half the time, and then sometimes I walk around and I'm like, someone made this shit, it's too goofy. You know what I mean? Like, if you look in nature, there's templates to everything. Like the jellyfish, it's got this gelatinous top made of jelly-like shit, and it's like, right? But here's the fucked up part, it's got them danglies, right? Now, bear with me. Imagine, now that's called a front view or whatever. Imagine them danglies are thick, curly, coarse hairs, just extending. Thick black hairs. And then turn that shit sideways, Italian man's asshole. Fucking templates in nature, and you see them everywhere, and you can't get out of there. Whoa. And then, if you look hard enough, you can see where God makes mistakes. Syntax errors, right? Because you ever hard-boil eggs, for example? Shit in nature just doesn't make sense. You hard-boil eggs, your kitchen smells like a giant fart. Right? But then you eat all the eggs, you let out a giant fart, it smells like eggs. What the fuck? Syntax error, shit's astray. It's backwards. If you put it in the calculator, it'd give you one of them symbols and shit that means bad. If you went to school and shit. So I don't know, Old Testament's best comedy ever, like Noah's Ark and stuff. Like people are like, fuck the gays, it's in Leviticus, where it says how to do this shit in Noah's Ark. And I'm like, well, I don't know. Like, I read that shit when I was like 4, and it was funny, and my parents were like, yeah, that really happened. So then I'm like, well, I want to get some history, so I turn on the History Channel, right? So then they got like Pawn Stars, Ice Road Truckers, guys shooting gators from like 3 inches away and shit. So you're watching that, because I was reading Noah's Ark for it, and I'm like, here's a fucking thing with the History Channel, all the shows are in the fucking present. Thank you. You guys are never gonna watch a History Channel the same. She got it. It was for her anyways. I was hanging on for her. Jeez. So here's the question though. It's just hypothetical though, it's not real. Hypothetically, like when you masturbate or whatever, as a male, if you could only get off when you masturbate because you're looking in the mirror, like standing up looking in the mirror, that's the only way you can get off. Hypothetically, does that make you a narcissist? Or like, what if that's just the way God made you, right? Like, can you get hated on officially? Just a hypothetical, because you can't come any other way by just standing there in front of a mirror and doing it? It's just, Jesus, just a hypothetical. I just heard about it, you know, like, shit. When History Channel started the downward climax, fucking wild thing. I don't know where in the... Hope we're at that pit where everyone gets that feeling in their stomach, like, ooh, and it comes back up. Jesus, I'm killing, I'm just dying here. Anyone alright, here's a good one. Anyone, I had to quit smoking pot. Anyone have to quit smoking pot? Anyone do that? No? So you're all a bunch of fucking potheads? Fuck you. No wonder this audience, once or twice, alright. I had to quit smoking pot, I was out of money. And then I started realizing it wasn't because I spent my money on pot. I'm sitting at home with nothing to show. I'm holding this patent for Funyun flavored ice cream. I'm not making this shit work out. And then I realized I couldn't buy any pot because I had no money and this ice cream tastes like shit. The guy goes, that went from Steve Smith applause, like courtesy fucking whole house, like they did the wave for Steve Smith. And this guy goes, like, bring back your dad, man. Oh. So I got clearly a lot of weird hobbies and shit like that. I like make music, different types of music. One of the types of music I like to make is rap music, believe it or not, make some beats, rhymes, make whatever. And I was in Europe for a while, I have some buddies in Spain, and they fucking dig rap music. They dig this rap music, so they got Facebook. Yeah, ignorant fucks. Yeah, they got Facebook in Spain. So they got Facebook, they're trying to write on my wall, and they don't speak that good English. They're like, hey man, you are my favorite rapper. But in Spain, there's no words with 2 P's next to each other. So like I come home from work, and I'm like, oh, my fucking buddies from Spain are ripping on me, you know, and then delete. Thanks for giving me a half laugh on a spelling joke. Seriously, I have like 5 more spelling jokes and then I'm gonna go home. Clearly, you can tell. Thank you. I have a tough time with females, as you can already tell, and sometimes it comes down to this. I'm with a female, one-on-one, and I'm so mentally engaged in the communication aspect of what's going on. Super fucking engaged, like. Everything that I know, I would share, whatever. And they say some shit and it hits you and you're like, pfft. I heard them say this, but no one says that, right? Like, they said this and it hit me and I was like, no, they didn't say that because they would never, they're way smarter than that. Like, I was talking to this girl the other day and she's like, smart girl, she's like, oh, I'm gonna get off work and, you know, let's hang out. I'm like, actually, that's a great night to hang out. Let's hang out. She's like, you know, I think tonight we have to hang out at your house because they're totally reinventing my apartment tonight. And I'm like, I'm like, hey, yeah, we can hang out at my house tonight. Hey, so what's going on at your apartment tonight? She's like, oh my god, there's plastic sheets and tape everywhere. They're reinventing my apartment tonight. I'm like, how many times has your apartment been fucking invented? I I have problems. All right, I have problems clearly, and this is why I disabled Facebook for the summer. I had Facebook since it came out, been on it every day. Right, I just disabled it. It's been fucking liberating, and it was for the same shit, kind of like that last joke or whatever. So one of the last things that happened on my Facebook when I was logged in, there was a picture of this girl, right? I know, and she's got a modeling picture. Oh, she paid like a photographer to take a picture of her in a river, no clothes on. You gotta visualize this. It's so true. She's in the river in the water. It's like a semi-rapids. It's like Apple River when there's no beer cans in the background. Rapids, you know. And so she's in this like rapids or whatever. She's like, the water's coming over her body and it's perfectly white, cascaded over her. You know, all the good stuff or whatever. And so it's like a slow shutter speed or something, so her face is like clear and sexy, but the water's all like moving to capture movement or whatever. And so I see that, I'm like, what the fuck? And so I look at the comments, and there's like 12 comments, and it's like sexy, it's seductive, you know, from all the girls, they're jealous or whatever, and all the dudes are trying to nail her like, hout, like H-A-W-T, like, oh, hout. You know, shit, I don't even like this shit. So I'm like looking at it like, oh my god, this is, and it's like so many comments, it's been primed up. It's like Steve Smith right now, just like sweating out of his pits all over his shirt right now. It's like, he's just so primed up. So I'm looking at it, I'm like, hout, like, the water, and the water's running this way on her body. So I just put, nature's douche.